Welcome to today's episode of Heard and Seen Around. I am Rajesh Karipurath. This is my take on macroeconomic and geoeconomic data points, which I find interesting. I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed curating it. Cheers.
I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. Growing up is mostly just learning how to nod while being confused. Meetings are where minutes are kept and hours are lost. Every bubble starts as a new paradigm and ends as an old lesson. Liquidity is confidence, until confidence needs liquidity.
Turns out, market leadership has a shelf life. Every single big tech heavyweight is down this year and underperformed the average S&P 500 stock. Yes, even the darlings. This is what rotation looks like. When concentration peaks, the unwind isn't subtle, it's broad. The same names that carry the index are now dragging it. Higher rates, crowded positioning and sky-high expectations. That combo does not correct gently. Meanwhile, the equal weight index is holding up better. That's the market quietly redistributing power away from the giants. History rarely begins with global war. It starts with something that looks manageable: an assassination, a border dispute, a trade fight. Then alliances kick in, egos escalate, and suddenly it's no longer local. What this grid really shows: triggers are simple, responses are not. The same patterns repeat: miscalculation, overconfidence, and the belief that escalation can be controlled. India's solar story just hit its first adult problem. Too much enthusiasm, not enough discipline. Capacity has exploded, but demand hasn't kept up. And banks are basically saying, we have seen this movie before. Credit tightening is not failure, it's risk control. Lenders are forcing skin in the game because overcapacity plus falling prices is equal to future NPAs waiting to happen. Yes, China scaled by flooding credit, but it also absorbed massive losses to get there. India's model is slower, messier, but arguably less explosive on the downside. The real question: do you want speed or do you want sustainability? Something's quietly shifting on the ground. Literally. Record land allotments, rising deposits, and a swelling pipeline of industrial land. This is not just noise, it's the early phase of a Capex cycle. When companies start locking in land, they are not chasing headlines, they are planning years ahead. Land today, factories tomorrow, jobs and output later. The kicker: supply is ready, 20,000 plus acres lined up, more coming. This reduces friction, speeds execution, and signals policy finally aligning with intent. What was once a luxury therapy just got a mass market makeover. Generic semaglutide at 1,290 per month isn't just cheaper, it's full-blown disruption. A 70 to 90% price cut flips the script, from niche weight loss drug to something potentially as common as chronic medication. Demand isn't rising, it's about to explode. And this is classic pharma economics. High margins invite competition, competition kills margins, and suddenly access expands overnight. This is not about weapons, it's about signaling. India's missile ladder, from tactical to intercontinental, is essentially a map of deterrence credibility. Short-range systems handle immediate threats. Long-range ones, especially Agni 5, change the strategic equation by extending reach well beyond the neighborhood. And that's the point. Modern deterrence isn't about use, it's about belief. The more credible the range and response, the less likely it is to be tested.